NEMPATHYShow.com. We back every Sunday night, 10 p.m. right here on NEMPATHYShow.com. I go by the name of SONICBOONE.
SONICBOONE.
I'm my man BRYANBEKNOWIN.
Don't you know no good?
Yo, I got Wild Phil in the building. And this is the NEMPATHY Show. What's good with y'all?
What's up?
Good, man. How we feeling, gentlemen?
Good. Oh man, it's been a long weekend. It still ain't over.
Yeah.
Phil, was good, man. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, what's going on, man? My mom passed, and we got a whole bunch of shit I had to take care of with that, and I just been doing comedy a lot just to deal with all the just coping with everything,
Right.
And but it's been good.
I'm sorry to hear that. First of all, man, my condolences.
Yeah.
But the last time you was on the show, like that same night your mom passed, or the morning after or something.
Oh shit, I don't even remember. It might have been the day before. I know I got it mixed up because we couldn't do the funeral right away. So I just remember when the funeral was. I don't even remember when she passed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a crazy weekend too that week because I don't know if you want me to tell you this, but she passed on a Monday, and then I went to go do stand up on Tuesday, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna roast the shit out of my mom, just like in remembrance,
Okay.
And I'm there, and I'm telling all these jokes about ALS.
Mhm.
And I get off stage, and this 60-year-old dude rolls up to me, and he grabs me by the shoulder, and he's like, "The same thing happened to my mom," and he starts crying in my shoulder, and then this fat Italian chick goes up after me and starts roasting my mom, and so I was having like a panic attack because like I was ready to roast her. But I got
Yeah.
this 60-year-old, wheelchair-bound dude
Mhm.
clutching to my shirt.
Right.
It was a trip, man. I just drove home in silence, like, what the fuck just happened?
Because I can roast my mom. You need to mind your business. Especially in a time like this, man. I just told y'all she passed. And really, I should punch you in the face. Like, we should skip the jokes. Honestly.
No, I heard about her before, and that's just what she does. Because I don't know if she's not getting enough dick or too much, but that's just her personality.
Well, you said you've been doing a lot of comedy, a lot of stand up to cope with it. A lot of people say that being a stand up comedian is therapeutic for the comedian, but it was actually you helped somebody else.
Mhm.
That night, that guy that came up to you.
Yeah. Because I made music for 10 years, and I was like, I'm making all these songs that nobody's hearing, that nobody cares about. And with comedy, you can make new jokes about what you're going through every single week. It feels great,
Mm-hmm. That's dope, man. That's a positive coping mechanism, I would say. There are people who would use a lot of negative ways to deal with something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. I commend you.
How you guys been?
Man, I was with my parents last night. Drank a lot. I spent the rest of the day recovering. Word up. I feel like mad tired. Like my body was just processing alcohol all day.
Damn. Remember, you could drink and then just wake up the next day and then like that was it. Like you just went to work,
that's over, man.
Function. Yeah, that's dead.
And like you got to change up what you drink too, because I was a Henny king.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it no more.
For real?
Yeah, I'm on 1738. Something like that. But I can't even do the Henny no more.
What is that, like a cognac champagne? Like it's not strong. Like what? Like
what the Remy?
Yeah, specifically the 1738. It feels watered down. I remember I bought one bottle and I was just drinking it straight out the bottle because I just wasn't getting what I needed fast enough.
Yeah, it's cognac fine champagne.
Okay. Tastes a little light. That's cool.
Good though. No. Yo, I got a couple icebreakers for y'all. NEMPATHY Show. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit the share button, hit the like button, hit all of that, man. We need the algorithm, you know. Icebreakers. Now, I guess it's fall. It's fall now. Regular season football is about to start. Kids are playing Pop Warner football right now for the fall season, and I know what it's like. Have you ever been like the last kid to be added to the team, or like they've already started and you like 2 weeks late, and they already got their pads and stuff? They don't even have pads for you.
No.
But your mom's was all late and shit.
No, I never played tackle football, like padded football, cause we ain't had no team in my neighborhood, and moms ain't have a car, so we just
what happening.
I played flag. The rec center across the street had flags, so I played flag, but other than that, I've never put on like pads.
Facts. Well, this is usually what happens. Something like this. Hey, your son out here looking crazy. It happened to me. Like my pants wasn't like that, but you know, I've always been a small guy. I played when they first had me out there on the team. They had me playing corner with a lineman's helmet.
That what he got on fit like an outfit. Like them is regular clothes.
Thing on bell bottom.
Yeah.
That looks like something you'd wear in like WWF wrestling.
Yeah.
God.
The hitter.
Wonder if it's any good.
I heard there was on the news.
He got on his glasses in it, so probably not.
There was some school where they had like, it was a high school, and it was the first year. It was a school in the hood, and it was like the first year that they got a team together, and they were missing players. So 4 chicks wanted to be on the team, and they said, "Go ahead." And I guess they're doing good.
Yeah, that's pretty much like the last time. Maybe like JV, maybe even varsity, but that's like the last. That's when the boys and the girls start to separate.
Yeah.
Talent wise, and you know, athletic ability.
Yeah.
Strength.
Get your daughter blasted.
I can't front, like when we was in Little League, the first year I played, there was a girl on an opposing team. She was the damn star of the team. She I was playing 9-11 at that time. She was the middle linebacker and the quarterback.
Oh.
When she played both ways. And I'm sad to say that when dudes was tackling her and we down at the bottom of the pile, they was touching. They was grabbing and touching.
Wood pile.
Definitely. That was definitely happening. Hey, yo, shout out to Ace Almighty checking in.
Hey.
On IG. Eddie Antoine, man. What's good? Shout out to all my people checking in on YouTube and Facebook. More icebreakers.
No, we don't spit. When it's in your mouth, you swallow it. Shut the fuck up. Don't even.
You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't be talking to her husband like that in front of the child.
I just want you to keep that same energy.
Oh! Oh! That shit snapping. Fuck! Shit! You asked for it, bro.
Yo, but his head gonna be clean.
Yo, got that man sweating.
What is that? Is he getting waxed?
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, it's like a. Yeah, there's like they put a whole wax on his scalp and they peeling it off slowly. Like
nigga, wax on, wax. Oh,
it's gonna be clean though.
Yeah,
that's how I was screaming when I got cornrows like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh. Neck was stiff.
How long was your hair?
I had hair down to like my belly button.
Oh, I ain't. Well, somebody was really getting it tight then, like getting them little hairs.
They were laughing their asses off at me because there was a 10-year-old girl next to me, and I was crying like crazy. I couldn't keep it in. I was fucking crying like crazy.
I mean, she cried too.
Yeah, she did.
Just years ago.
Right. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
That's something that we grow up dealing with, especially our women. You know, they've gone through all types of pain and neck injuries just to get their hair done. So, you know, when someone of another culture wants to dabble into our hairdos,
you're like, all right,
all right, you sure?
Dude, she want to see her brother. Like, you need to let her go up there and see her brother. It's his birthday. So you're not gonna let us up? You're not gonna let us up? You're not gonna let us up? It don't matter. It don't matter. It's what you mean. It's his birthday. It don't matter. So Gina, you gonna be bitter? You're not gonna let him see his sister? You're not gonna let him see her brother? What you mean? It don't matter. Hey, so you're not gonna let him come say nothing to me?
He said, hey.
Okay, wow. So you're not gonna let us up? You're gonna be paid like that? See, Gina, you really mad that I'm with her. That's why you really mad. That shit was years ago. But they are, listen, Gina, they are brothers and sisters. This is a birthday party. Thank you. Can you? Shell, can you tell her? Because she being petty. She's not trying to let us up here because she really mad that I brought my girl. Like, that don't even matter.
It don't matter. Come on.
Look, she want to see her brother, though. It don't matter. You on some bull. Dude, this is a kid's birthday party. This is a kid's party. I'm not leaving nowhere. What? No, we're not doing that. What I'm saying. So you're not gonna let her come. So listen, Gina. Listen, hold on, baby. Don't worry about it. Listen, Gina. They are brothers and sisters. You need to get over that. You need to get over that. We want to come up. I'm putting it on the internet.
You want to see his child?
Ooh, look at that. No, she don't have to go in the car.
Wow.
Drama.
So basically, it sounds like we got a baby mama, baby daddy situation going on. He already has a child by this woman. They're not together anymore. The child is having a birthday party. He came over there with another child of his from another woman that she's still bitter about. I thought I heard somebody in the background say that he hit her, and he responded by saying that was years ago. So that's a little dynamic. That's adds to the dynamic. But what do you guys think of that situation?
Man, go to court. Take this video to court, man. Like, she's denying you access to your child, and it's turned into this whole thing, man. You can't. You can't just do that, man. Take that to court. Also, I don't know why we gotta keep having this conversation, nigga. Stop having unprotected sex with all these Jones. You bought this on yourself.
Yo, shout out to Jody Skywalker in the building.
I am your father.
Yo, I know you saw that video. What you think, Jody?
I'm gonna say this. Niggas, stop trying to film your baby mama being ratchet, because it makes you look just as stupid as she do. Nigga, you knew that shit was gonna happen. You've known her long enough to know how she's gonna react.
You thought it was cute before.
You probably thought it was cute before, but now that shit's not cute anymore. She acting ratchet and crazy. Now you sitting around here like, why you acting like that? Like, nigga, you knew she was gonna act like that. So I don't know why you sitting around acting surprised. You look just as much as you look just as much as a clown ass nigga as she does as a clown ass female for denying you access to your kids. Like, stop trying to record people's reactions when you know damn well that's the reaction you don't get. And yeah, it's just you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Well, should the parents keep their keep their children away from their siblings that are born outside of the relationship?
No, because that's their sibling. But at the same time, you know, you've caused this. You know that there was a rift with you and her. This is not something that's new. Now, is she wrong for keeping them separated when they're brothers? They're siblings? No, yeah, she wrong for that. But what, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at it from whatever perspective of you doing whatever you did to get it to this point. So it's like you brought it to this point, and you're sitting around trying to record her reaction.
Right.
I wonder if he was even invited. Like,
I don't know.
I doubt he was even invited to that joint. He just showed up.
He probably talked to his son, and his son said, "Yeah, I'm having a party." So he said, "All right, I'm gonna bring your sister."
Mm-hmm.
But also, ladies, y'all be thinking that you justify in these moments when y'all do these things. What's going to happen is your children are going to get older, and these situations are going to ruin your relationship with your children. You so pressed to be mean to the father and cut the father out and spite the father, you are spiting yourself. Your kids will see this and remember this and will not want to be around you when they don't have to be.
That's good advice. What you think, Phil?
Yeah, it's just drama. I mean, I would never, as a man, go into a situation and be like, "Look what's happening! Fucking, I'm gonna film the whole fucking." If you want attention, go on fucking Judge Mathis.
Yeah, that's why I said take it to court. That's prime court footage. But Facebook, Facebook don't need to see this.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do with that? Like, just post some status. Look at how she treats me. It's like, where are your fucking balls at, bro? Like,
yeah, I guess I'd agree with y'all. It does make him look like a sucker, and it's like, this is what you chose.
Yeah.
But the other thing, though, I know, because I've been through. Women, when they go through a divorce, they never let it go. They never. You got to be a strong fucking woman to let it go. And they just get together, and they it's like witchcraft. It's fucking. I don't even.
Yo, shout out to Yatoya. He's _973 checking in on IG.
What up, boy?
Yo, I have a family member that he had a extramarital a side baby, and you know, his wife didn't leave, but she forbids him to interact with that child and the mother of the child. So basically, she want him to be a deadbeat to that child.
Bro, these women out here be hella hot. Like, you got this is the thing, right? And not the same thing bad about women. Women sometimes move off of emotion, right? And even it could be 5-6 years later. A lot of women, you bring up that memory, it's attached to an emotion. So every time you bring up that memory, that emotion comes back like it's day one. As us men, bro, I honestly can really get mad about some shit that happened last month, let alone shit that happened years ago. Women, you bring up this memory, it brings up that emotion, and they are just as mad as that shit has happened day one. So when they think every time they see that baby, you basically recutting that wound that probably healed already. You recutting that wound. So I can see it. Women are very.
I feel like, but in that situation though, the wound don't heal because you and no matter what happens, you always gonna look at him as a deadbeat, even though he did what he needed to do to honor your request and honor y'all marriage. You still gonna look at him differently because he chose to not be there for his kid.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
as a man, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Like, you really finna be out here and be a deadbeat dad because she don't agree with you? Like, come on, bro.
Like, I know I already messed up. Like, I can't keep messing up.
Now you gotta like sneak and cheat.
Yeah.
You have to cheat with your kid.
Which is crazy.
At the same time, in that situation, in that video, if that kid's gonna see how the mom's freaking out in that video, like that's not gonna teach that kid good either.
No.
Because that kid's gonna go visit his dad and be like, Dad's really chill. Dad's really cool.
Yeah,
But mom's got a chip on her shoulder.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what's going to ruin the relationship. Once them kids start hearing all the sides of the story, or once kids start understanding, have a better understanding of how relationships work, like, nah, you dead wrong, and I can't keep messing with you.
Or they start playing the parents against one another.
That's a good point.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
All right. Choose one. Yo, so in the vein of Tyler Perry, there are some bad hair jobs in TV, right? Now, choose one. Who had the worst wig? Right?
It's either one or two.
Yeah, number one, he played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
But that's Walking Dead right there. Number two, that's Terrence Howard. What movie was that?
That's the show.
Empire.
Yeah, Empire.
Okay. But so it was a wig. Like,
yeah,
he did it. We knew it was a wig when he did it.
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson.
But that was a comedy though. That was on.
Yeah. Anthony Anderson. That's supposed to be a play on number 5. So that's
right.
that's supposed to look like that. So
yeah,
his looked the best.
Number 5.
No, number 3 looked the best.
You think number 3 is the best?
Just because it's a parody of number 5, so it's supposed to look like that. Everybody else is supposed to look good. His is supposed to look like that. That's the point of the joke.
Number 4 don't look bad.
It does. He doesn't.
It don't look like he from Earth though. It look like some futuristic.
But it would have to be between 1 and 2, and I'm gonna say 1.
Yeah, 1 is terrible.
That's terrible. Like,
boy, that is terrible, man.
I thought 3 was the worst. That's me. Just because every movie I've seen that guy in, he has like short hair.
Yeah, so you know it's fake.
Yeah.
You said Latoya said number 1 is the worst. I had to agree with that.
Cause they cornrows, man.
You did cornrows and the dreads in the back. You went to old school Buster.
Yeah, right. I told people that's how Buster joint was. Man, yo, random news. Football season is upon us. Now this man right here, Tom Brady, he can't stay home, man. He retired. Then he said, "Fuck this shit." Went back on the football field, but it has just now come out that Giselle has moved out of the house. Dang. She's really fucking upset with you, Tom.
Well, I mean, he got to tighten up because I got that nigga on my fantasy team, so I need him to come out.
Yeah.
I do too.
That's a tough. Because when you say I'm retired, because he's relatively young, as far as retirement age for jobs go, he's still young. Mm-hmm. So for her, you retired, what, 42, 43?
He's like 44, bro.
44, but 44. So in her mind, we about to spend the next 30, 40 years together at the house or doing whatever we want. And you just like, nah, one more round. Man, anybody want to hear that?
Dog, I'm telling you, even when he retire, he gonna start coaching, or be in the front office or something. Yeah. He was supposed to. I think he was trying to do that in Miami, and then it fell through. But I think like all that stuff that's happening in Miami helped it fall through. But like these people, that's their identity, man. They don't know. They've never sat still.
Right.
But like, I'm okay. Giselle's looking at it like this, right? She's like, "Boy, you got 7 of these things. There's motherfuckers out there that ain't got 1. Yeah, motherfuckers out there like look at a guy like, I don't know. Look at Dan Marino, no Super Bowl rings. Look at guys like Calvin Johnson. This nigga played one playoff game in his entire career. Well, you got 7 rings.
Such a waste, bro.
It's like, bro, you got 7 rings. It's like, boy, if anybody was like able to retire and be happy, definitely you.
Yo, what if she was like, either you win the Super Bowl or it's over?
But the thing, Tom be like, all right, and go out and win.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully he do something. Like I said, he on my fantasy team, but yeah, that's why Giselle
that's
a house on his ass.
Tom is old, man. Like,
I know
one good hit, that's it.
Right. As I was thinking like he's the type of person that needs to, somebody got to put him out the game.
Yeah.
But Phil, I know you don't watch sports like that, but you do know who Tom Brady is, right?
Yeah. No, I feel like people like him, especially when you're at the top, you get depressed if you stop doing it. You feel like you got wasted potential, you know?
Yeah. Especially
like if you're just gonna be sitting around, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you can actually still perform.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I'm still out here winning championships. How am I just stop?
Right.
Yeah, well, I go to regular season. I go 14-3 for the regular season. How the fuck you want me to retire?
Was he Mr. Irrelevant or damn close?
What, Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Tom Brady with his status in football.
Nah, you know who Mr. Irrelevant is, right?
Nah.
The last person to be drafted.
Tom was 199. Is that the last person?
That's close to it. He was like the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah.
So he was close to it.
Yeah, he had a huge chip on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But you
drafted in the 7th round, 7 rings.
You've proved yourself.
Yeah. And how did he go so low?
Because he really didn't play that much at Michigan, and at that point, Michigan was doing a shit.
Who was in front of him? Who was in front of him at Michigan?
I think that was that point. Michigan was kind of on that down spiral of trying to find an actual coach. Michigan was on a down spiral, so that was like a few years. Michigan had a bunch of irrelevancy going on. They were on a down spiral for a while.
But not. As I said that sentence, I thought about his combine. It's like his combine didn't look good at all. So I guess it do make sense why he went so low.
Said Tom Brady was the backup in the 96 and 97 seasons at Michigan behind Brian Greasy.
Woo!
They went undefeated in 97.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Brian Greasy. It's crazy, like when you see who people played behind, and then they did so much better than who started in front of them.
Yeah. You think he sent him something like a Christmas gift or something every year?
Probably every year and shit. Like,
I think somebody. I seen a post. I seen a post that said, I think it was one of Steve Harvey teachers or something, said that he wasn't good and he was never going to be on TV. And apparently every Christmas, Steve sent him a new TV. Yeah, Jody.
I'm on babysitting duties right now, and I got somebody going through. Yeah, I don't know what to bed.
Last thing on it, I think, she makes a lot of fucking money.
She do.
Right? She makes a lot of money. And him, the way he performs, the level he performs at, winning like that, I think it's like it validates him on a personal level. He feels like,
we even.
Right, you're right. When he gets home and he's sitting there on the couch and she's still making money, he got a TV contract waiting for him.
Yeah.
He got something. He's gonna be something.
But I will hope that money doesn't play into his ego in this situation, because Tom consistently takes pay cuts to make sure he has the best
win.
team.
Here's the thing with the NFL. With those pay cuts, but all those pay cuts can be put back in it.
Incentives,
bonuses and shit.
Bonuses and shit. So Tom throws 35 touchdowns, and that $3 million pay cut is a $3 million incentive. So at the end of the day, it's all put back in his check. Trust me, I'll tell you, Tom ain't taking no real pay cut. You know what I'm saying? It's a pay cut.
I'm glad you brought that up. Tom's such a great guy. Because once his teammates, oh, you need another touchdown? Come on, we pass. I got you. And I'm gonna make sure
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, man, Antonio messed that up. He tried. Tom tried. You know, you can't save everybody. You know, shout out Antonio. And
So, yo, that fucking dance looks stupid, yo. Like, so rapper T.I.'s son was recently arrested for moving violation.
I thought that was a lesbian.
And look, they say he look like his mom. You know what I'm saying? And people are saying like this. His name is King. He's going down the wrong path. And T.I. recently said he's like, yo, like ain't nothing we could really say to him at this point, man. He a grown man. Like
he's going through what every young boy. He's going through what every young boy goes through that age, and especially him being privileged and having money. He's just going through young man dumb shit. He thinks he's a man, but he really doesn't know shit. And all the people that are overly criticizing his son, it's like, dude, shut up. Because where were you when you were 23, 24?
I want to get locked up.
We thought we had the shit so figured out, and we did not. So it's like he's just going through young man dumb shit, and his dad's got enough money to get him out of trouble. Like he went for a moving violation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a moving violation. Like, nigga, it's fine.
What did you do to get locked up for the moving violation, though?
Right.
Probably got a moving violation. They got pulled over and started fussing and arguing with the cops. They seen it was like, okay, we seen whose kids you are. I'm gonna make an example out of you.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah, but he's going down the wrong path right now, and he's probably gonna have to. That wasn't enough.
Right.
That arrest wasn't enough.
No,
it's good. Something more serious is gonna have to happen for him to wake up.
Something that he can't get out of.
Yeah, something that Tip's money can't get him out of. Because right now he's probably just like, I can just bond out, whatever. It's gonna be one of them things where like, yo, money can't save you, nigga. You facing real time. You know what I'm saying?
Now I brought this up because, especially in our community, right? People talk about people want to kick the kid out at 18, right? And they saying like that's a generational cursing in and of itself, right? Like they don't have the opportunity to actually establish themselves before they leave the house. They struggling, right? But I always say like we never talk about the behavior of this young adult, right? Like especially that I got younger siblings in the house that are watching this. You gotta get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, doing that dumb shit.
Yeah, 100%. But at the end of the day, we have to also realize that no matter what, like I think kicking kids out is stupid. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, kids make dumbass mistakes, and you can't sit here and be like, they made that mistake because there's a kid. You're old enough to know right from wrong, and you know you're making a wrong mistake. And I'm not gonna you're not gonna pull that mistake down on my parenting. Like, no, nigga, you made a wrong mistake. Because we've seen plenty people, you know what I'm saying? We've all seen that one pastor's kid that caught a felony, you know what I'm saying, at 19 and raised in the house of Christ. It's like, no, because you went out and made a decision on your own terms. And nothing to do with parenting. You decided to go out there and make that dumbass decision. Yeah.
And it's a matter of respect, yo. You can't just talk to me or just do whatever you want. Like, nah, you got, because even if you weren't my child, you don't have the grounds to just be disrespectful in my home. You gotta go.
That's facts.
Yeah, I feel like and even though that's little young man shit, I didn't go through that stuff as a young man, and I don't know if it's because of my community or where I was brought up, but I was brought up, you can do dumb shit, but don't get caught.
Right.
And so when I was young, I've broken into people's cars and houses and shit, but I just didn't get, to me, I'm thinking as a young man, I would still be shitting on him because I'm like, you're doing this. What is this? Like, you're trying to get your dad's attention, like.
Plus, because of his dad's history and his dad's current situation, I'm sure people look at it, man, you don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing. He's not supposed to. But that is the purpose of T.I. doing what he did to get them out the streets out that neighborhood in this big house with all this. He's not supposed to know any of this.
He's trying to be a street kid, and it's just like, bro, you're straight up suburban. You're trying to do everything. You're trying to do everything, but stay in your lane. Like, boy, stay in your lane.
Suburban niggas be outside.
Nigga, you know how many street kids trying to get the life that you have, bro? Man, stop.
Yeah, it'll probably iron itself out, man. I mean, hold up, man. First, his daughter, he checking hymens, right? For his daughter, and now his son is running wild. Maybe he need to sit home and stop doing stand up for a while.
Well, he should have been stopped doing stand up after he got into it.
I heard his stand up is fucking awful.
I mean, he just started, so I wouldn't expect him to
right.
Yeah, but the problem is, again, because of who he is, he gets to move up faster. It's like, nah.
He be headlining shows like, hold up.
Yeah. And
no, it's like if you're just starting, you got to start at those small clubs,
right?
And not let people know who you are.
But those clubs don't care. They want the money. So if that means I can throw T.I. name on the front of this building, and everybody gonna come in here and buy food and drinks, I'm gonna throw his name up there. I don't care what he do on the stage.
It's probably not working that easy anymore.
Oh yeah.
But people the cat's out the bag that he's not good.
Right.
But like Jody said, man, he just started. I mean, Phil, how long was it before you got good?
I mean, I bombed so bad that I just wrote for like 4 or 5 years, and now my problem is I got too much material. But I'd say at least 2-3 years where you start developing your identity, where you're not mirroring who you look up to, or you're not copying some kind of somebody else's, whoever you like, formula, like it's a goddamn mathematical equation.
Right.
But I know, like, for example, like the comedy community will let you know when you don't belong. Like Steve-O from Jackass has been doing it for 10 years because everybody's like, what's he gonna staple his nutsack every single night around the US? Yeah. And it's like you gotta earn your way, you know.
Thanks.
Comedy's a word game, but it's not, I don't know. From what I heard, it's like T.I. is going up on stage like he's a guy, he's a wrestler coming out down the catwalk, swagged out, and then it's like
somebody
a lot of mercy laughs,
Right.
Yeah.
I think Jerry Seinfeld said like comedy is one of the few art genres that it will weed itself out. Like you could be a bad rapper and still be popular or still make money. You could be a bad singer and still be popular and make money. You could be a bad whatever. But comedy, you can't be bad and keep making money and keep, climbing. You gotta be good and slow. And sure enough, if you're not, you'll be off that stage.
Yeah. Ain't no auto tune on stand up.
Yeah.
Facts. Yo, tonight's main topic: giving too much too soon. Right? So, Moneybagg Yo recently broke up with his girl Ari. Where's she from?
I think Chicago.
I mean, like, is she in a group or something? Like, where's she from?
No, she is
G Herbo's baby mother.
She's G
Herbo's baby mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Out there with Ace Almighty in there. So they recently broke up. The issue is on his 30th birthday recently, she purchased him 28.8 acres of land as a birthday gift. I guess it's in his name, he owns it. I guess in exchange or as a gift to her, he got her, what did he get, a Rolls or a Bentley?
A Lambo truck.
Oh, a Lambo truck.
He bought her both, actually. I just read an article earlier. She got her a Lambo. It's for 2 separate birthdays, I think. Because they've been together since January 2020.
Okay.
So I think it was first the Lambo truck, and then it was the Rolls Royce.
So is it just the Rolls Royce they got repoed?
Just the Lambo that got repoed.
Okay. So the Lambo got repoed. Yeah. So in exchange, she bought him land he leased her a Lambo.
Now, I don't know. In the article, it also said, it didn't say whose name it was in, but she snapped back on Twitter and was like, he can't repossess something that's in my name. And
it's custom too. It got like her name in the seat.
yeah.
He's not repoing it. The fucking bank is.
Right. But I don't know. She just said it wasn't in his name.
Right.
Okay. Court docs obtained said luxury lease partners filed a petition for immediate right of possession on August 8th to have the Lamborghini returned to them.
Right. So he's not even his doing. Now, if he was paying for it and stopped paying, that's what he stopped paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, Phil, do you think? First of all, they're not married. They were not married. They've been you said together since 2020.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they ain't been that long. Ain't even been a full 2 years yet.
Nah, January 2020.
Oh, so they started the year off together.
Yeah, so they was creeping up on 3.
Okay. So do you think that's enough time to be buying somebody 28.8 acres of land and y'all not married?
What, 3 years?
Yeah, about 3 years.
Hell no.
I mean, I guess depends how rich you are, how much money you got to waste, and because
28.8, that's definitely that's a few neighborhoods.
That's nice. That's a nice size piece of land right there.
Yeah.
Well, but people are pretty much saying she got played because she purchased him the land and he leased her the Lambo.
Probably.
Bro, at the end of the day, the entire relationship was for clout. And it's crazy because Meg Thee Stallion said it when they broke up in like 2019. She's like, bro, everybody was like, oh, she's stealing your man, and Meg was like, oh no, you can have him. Like she knew, you know what I'm saying? So there was something under there that she knew, and honestly, their relationship was very much clout. Like everything they did for you was clout. It was always big. It was always godly. It was always clout.
Well, I thought he said he didn't even like Megan Thee Stallion. Like they did that for clout. They did that for the cameras.
He probably did do that because when he first came out, he was wearing fake jewelry. He admitted that on Angie Martinez's show a few weeks ago. He said, I was wearing fake jewelry. Then I started, picking up steam. It started getting more eyes on me. So then I had to borrow my man's jewelry because his jewelry was real. So, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't be, because if I got caught with the fake jewelry, it'd have been a problem. So then once I started, rocking his jewelry, getting my money up a little more, then I started buying my own jewelry. Now I'm set. So that he been playing that clout game for a while.
Ain't nobody's fake jewelry. Nobody fake jewelry was more egregious than what T-Pain did on that rapper turned singer advertisement, album cover, whatever it was, right? Because the whole time he's like this, looking down, and I thought he had a chain. That was his shirt.
Yeah.
He had a chain like painted on his shirt, and that's why he was like this, so you couldn't see.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Listen, but with that situation, it's just clout, and it's one of those things that if Doug was here, he'd tell us is as black people, we got to do better. We got to do better.
Well, she was trying to do better. She got him 28.8 acres of land. She could have got a Lambo.
Yeah, I think this is rich people not being as financially literate as they should be.
These are dumb rich people problems.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
said Ari Fletcher buying the rapper boy acres of land to invest in his bloodline's wealth and receiving a leased car that will later be repossessed in front of the world after they break up is why you don't do shit for men.
I mean, so what are these two rich for? Like, what is each one famous for?
Ari's just somebody's baby mama, and
Well, she
money
got
back.
some. She took the fame. She got some businesses. She's selling makeup. I think she sells hair and possibly clothes. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but see,
she
And
did
Moneybagg Yo
right.
is a rapper.
Yeah.
So they probably wrapped up in that stupid rich shit, you know?
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That's like a while ago when Offset said something about he bought his baby, their baby. I can't think of what their name was. You bought your baby a $7,000 car seat from Rolls Royce,
Oh yeah.
and it's just like, nigga, are you dumb?
I don't know
You
what to do
dumb?
with all this money. They go in the club and throw it in the air. They don't know what to do. Like that's a crazy concept. You just throw money in the air. They have
But it's
no
like,
idea
Well,
what to do with it.
the smart ones that throw the money in the air, that's part of the money that they were paid to be there.
True.
So, and it's all facade, it's all appearances.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but it's like, nigga, you grew up poor. That's the act that you want us to put on. So it's like, how do you not know what to do with this money? If I grew up,
I never knew what to do with
if I grew up eating, if I grew up eating ramen noodles and I had a chance to eat at Benihana's every day, you know what I'm saying? I would make sure. Let me make sure that 30 years from now I can still afford to eat at Ruth Chris on some lunch shit.
That's what you say, man. But when you young and dumb, and you gotta remember also being young and dumb, you feel invincible. I ain't never gonna fall off. I'm always gonna be out here getting. I'm always gonna be popping. I'm always gonna get this money.
Listen, how could you feel like that if you've seen so many other rappers fall off?
Because they ain't me.
you ain't, yeah.
That's part of the braggadociousness of being a rapper.
I'm Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah.
And you got all them vulture producers telling you that you are the shit, and then you ain't gonna fall down.
Yep.
I mean, it's like this, right? It's like if you ever look at like things, like look at niggas like Genuine, but you still out here doing shows because you money ain't.
Genuine just needs to hit the gym, man. He all right.
Now wait, are you saying that he's still doing shows because he's at his age or that time span removed from when your career was hot? Are you saying that's a broke move to still be performing?
At that age and the way he's doing it, yes.
I think it's more because of the way he's doing it.
It's the way he's doing it. Because him and Tank is about the same age, and Tank don't look like that on stage.
Wu older than, I think Wu-Tang. I think the members of Wu-Tang is older than Genuine.
They might be.
And they still out there. Matter of fact, I'm going to the show in weeks.
Bro, this nigga's net worth is $1.5 million. So
who's Genuine?
Yeah.
I mean,
he
ain't had a hit in a minute. He ain't had a hit probably about 20 years.
And he's about to be 51.
Pony can only give us so much residual at this point.
But if I can perform something for the rest of my life that I created in my 20s,
right?
That's a come up to me.
Yeah. Especially a good song. After a while, you sing it and hold out the mic.
You're right.
Yeah. He got to work on that shit.
So you think he's a sucker for? Should he had continue to pay for the duration of the lease?
See, and this is me. This is why I wouldn't do nothing like that.
Cause I want no repo on my shit. I don't want no repo on my.
Yeah. I don't want no repo on my stuff. So, and because the problem is, if you get her the car and she got to pay the lease, it's not a gift,
right?
So you have to pay for the whole car and give her the whole car, or you run into problems like this. But you say that buying her a whole car is crazy. Exactly. You could have bought her a bunch of bags, some jewelry.
You know how you can tell this is clout? Because number one, I don't know if this is just my ignorant white ass, but I don't picture any chick driving a Lambo. I don't picture any, like, I don't picture them wanting to.
Oh, it's a Lambo truck. It's not just a Lambo.
They like baby mama joints.
But I feel like, I almost feel like he bought her something that he thinks is hot.
You know what? That's a good point, Phil.
And like, I don't know, and to get at least like
Yeah.
you know why that's dumb and rich, because I don't care if I was poor or rich, I would never lease a car.
Why?
Like what? I just because I feel like owning it is so much like
It depends.
financially better, and
Why?
I don't know.
For them, for a rapper or like an entertainer lifestyle, I kind of get why you would lease a car, because they be on the road so often. You're not really putting the miles on it. You're not really using it. So you do your little lease, and once the lease is up, you trade it in. And that, like we've been talking about, that helps with the clout, because I always got the new this, the new that, the new third thing, the new fourth thing, because I'm not tied to anything.
So is it because he wouldn't want to rent like a good looking car?
Oh no! Oh, you renting?
That lease is essentially renting.
It's a
No, but
long-term rent.
the thing is though, like if I'm in a position, right? Like if I want to be in a new popping shit, you lease, because it's like in 2 years you just get a new one, right?
Yeah.
A car is a bad investment.
Yeah. What was it? One dude said this. He said, anything that flies, floats, or drives, you lease it, unless you are absolutely 100% sold that you get whatever you think you're paying for it out this month. So you lease it,
like a work vehicle or something like that.
Right. I buy old school. Like
I want a Jeep Wrangler, and I'm gonna keep this bitch for 20 years.
Yeah.
You buy it because you got your money's worth for something. But if you bought something and it's like, oh, I'm gonna turn around and trade it in 2 years, man, lease that shit.
Yeah.
Lease it. You know what I'm saying? You want to ride around in the best Rolls Royce? Lease that shit.
Nah, she bought that land on some forever shit. He bought it like 2 years. It's probably relationship probably gonna be up. So let me get this 2 year lease just in case.
That nigga was right.
I'm already getting on my nerves.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Just sound like City Boys up 2,000 points.
That's what it sound like. We winning.
Y'all just mad because he got one up, and it is what it is.
I ain't even hear all that hot girl summer shit this year.
Cause they start, man, almost every woman who the Mount Rushmore of hot girl summer or city girls are in relationships.
They all fell.
They all in love with a nigga. All of them.
Especially the one that's with Diddy. The one Diddy just be playing her.
Carisha, I love Carisha. I love her so much. JT is in head over heels for Lil Uzi Vert's weird.
Uzi Vert.
I cannot figure that.
Listen. I've come to
they go shopping together.
That man treats her like an absolute queen. He has to be, because that nigga is butt fucking ugly. He treats her like an absolute.
I cannot figure that one out.
He treats her so good. He treats her so good. That is it. That is all. He treats her great. Gotta be.
Buying a Lambo trucks and shit.
Yeah. That whole relationship was for clout. It was just I don't know, man. It was just like
social media speaks. You know, I like to grab stuff from social media. People talk crazy on social media. I like to share with y'all, get y'all reactions, man. Yo, school has started here, and in some places it's starting like next week or something, or this week after Labor Day. And them cheeks clap different when her kids back at school.
Yeah, they do.
That's true, man.
You go back to having loud sex. Niggas ain't whispering and trying to sneak under the covers.
What? That's for it. Well, hey, wait, cause you get breakfast afterwards. You ain't no fruit snacks and go now. Now you can cook a nigga some French toast.
Yeah,
I'm drinking all the Capri Suns.
Yeah, Hey, you want some orange juice? Hell no, I'm drinking this little bastard Kool-Aid jammer. What is that?
I hate Kool-Aid jammers. When I ask for a Capri Sun, do not give me a Kool-Aid jammer. That shit does not taste the same. Like
they do the thing where it's like we're taking 75% of this shit. It literally tastes like watered down juice. So I rock with you on that.
Yo, dear ladies, men don't have commitment problems. We've had the same barber and football team for 15 years. It's you, sis.
That's on gang. That's on gang.
It's you. I've never switched my team.
Yeah.
I've been rocking with the same two teams since I was like 13.
Can't even fathom.
Hey, listen. I'm sitting here watching I'm sitting here watching the Florida State and LSU game, blood boiling right now. I don't want Florida State to win shit. Blood boiling right now. You hear me?
But that's interesting, right? Like, because like today in dating, they say like people don't really get into dating with a long-term mindset. It's just like for the right now. And you see today's the younger generations, they don't hold onto their team like we held on to our teams. Like they actually have memes just like claim your team this year, claim your team. Like, what do you mean? This is my team. I have my team throughout my life.
You got a lot of people, right, that like players. Right? Like, I got
That's the thing.
I got a homeboy right now who the only reason why he's a Mike Vick, the only reason why he's a Falcons fan is because he loved Mike Vick. Now he's a Falcons fan. Right, and he's like, I'm just a Falcons fan because I like Mike Vick.
But he's stuck with the Falcons, though.
Right, he's stuck with them.
Yeah, I guess he's stuck with Falcons. Like I'm a diehard Miami Hurricane fan. I will never switch up all day. He's right there, all day, never switch up. like people. Somebody posted a meme told us it's that time of year where y'all letting 18-year-old, 19 kids raise your blood pressure. I was like, the sure the fuck is. I was screaming at the TV yesterday. Yeah, all that. Never switch up on my team.
Miami. They played Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah,
I was watching that game.
Oh, we played at nobody's school.
HBCU blew them up.
We put up 70, but it wasn't really like it wasn't an impressive.
What was did you play the over under?
The over they covered the point spread. The point spread was 40. The point spread was 43 points. They covered the point spread. It was 43 points. They won by 57, so they covered the point spread.
Bethune has a running back, or he's playing a couple roles, but number 5 on Bethune-Cookman, he was out there competing with them boys.
Yeah, he was doing his thing. He probably won't be there next year. If he continue what he's doing now, he probably won't be there.
That's because you don't go to an HBCU for football unless you couldn't get into a big school. You go to HBCU for the HBCU experience.
No, nigga, you go to HBCU because your scholarship got taken.
Facts.
When you was finna go to North Carolina, but you got hit with a weed charge, so now you got to go to HBCU to get back to a Division I school.
Yeah, Morgan had a hurricane when we was there.
Oh yeah.
Somebody got in trouble, ended up at Morgan.
Nigga, Hurricane Katrina.
Yo, girls with no furniture always trying to put you out. Girl, fuck this skating rink.
Hey, no cap. I posted something like that a while ago. I was like, this girl just tried to put me out of her house and she ain't have no living room furniture. I said, girl, fuck you in your dance studio. But that's so true. That's so true. Like, don't be trying to kick me out of this damn dance studio, empty skating ring.
Yo, that's
tough.
If she come home smelling like a balloon, what that mean?
Hey, yo.
Phil, what does that mean? She come home smelling like a balloon. Latex.
Yeah, latex gangbang. Every fucking hole.
But you need a lot of latex to still be smelling like it, right? It can't just be one.
Or she hanging out with clowns that like doing them balloon animals, you know.
We're making balloon puppets.
Either way, equally devastating, you know.
Dudes be trying to bend you all crazy during sex. Like, calm down before I fart.
That's true. Like, surround big guy.
That makes sense.
Hey, yo, do you think that you could stay hard if she farts in the middle of sex?
I mean, if I'm into it, I probably won't be paying attention to it.
Where
it might be a pussy fart, so we're good.
I think it depends on position.
Nah, I'm talking about it smell, dog.
That's why I said it depends on position.
Yeah, what if it's loud and silent, not silent but deadly?
Yeah. Because if you hit it from the back, it's just face first. Like,
the air.
Just keep wafting it in.
Fucking disgusting.
What if you hear them loud? Like when I heard 3 loud queefs, I couldn't hold in my laugh anymore.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
You know?
Hell yeah.
It's funny.
Hell yeah. Oh, it was this. I was gonna play this video about queefing. It was like an informational video about queefing. but it was kind of graphic too.
Alright. But to her post, you seen the videos of people trying to make their babies fart, so they grab the legs and like moving the baby's legs all around.
If that concept is true to concept, then she's got a point.
Yeah. That's why I brought it up. Like we just keep bending their legs and pushing their legs into their abdomen, and you know they don't be using the bathroom like that, so they all backed up anyway. And she about to just, brah! And now you.
Oh man, have you? Okay, you guys know who Chuck Berry is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen the video that leaked of him?
No.
He's got his legs up, and he's got this redneck Southern hooker eating his ass out because that's what he's into, and then he farts, it scares the shit out of her, and he's like, no, I fucking paid for this, keep going.
What?
You should get what you paid for.
Yo.
Yeah. The best part though, you can like, I don't think there's good sound, but you can tell when he farted because she like.
Hold up.
Where's your life where you have to endure that shit to feed your children?
Because what would you do if your son was at home crying all alone in the bedroom? Hungry. And the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money. And his daddy gone.
Oh, gone.
I ain't got a job now.
And for you, this is just a good time for me.
Yo, it's crazy how they was both smashing her.
Yo, they was playing that in the club. Oh, but the niggas in the group.
Yeah. Yep, both members smashed. That's why they broke up.
That song was real then. She was talking about them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that shit was so heartfelt.
Yo, she said, Lord, the penis you gave this man, he's using it as an apology, and I'm accepting it.
I ain't mad at him. City boys up.
Using it as an apology. How long, like, that shit wears off.
They do. Especially if you keep doing the dumb stuff.
Yeah, apology, dick, that shit wears off.
Because like a regular apology, like, nigga, it doesn't matter if you're not sorry. And that's cool.
Not as for the same thing, like, multiple times. Like, nah, nigga, you're not sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying it worked.
For a while.
She called me a clown, but she the one juggling balls. Yo, women love bragging about having a fucked up attitude like that's a quality others seek in a companion. Yo, that's real shit.
Like, listen, we ain't got enough time to even talk about that subject because I posted that shit on Facebook one day. I was like, y'all bitches be out here talking about y'all bipolar. Like is that supposed to be a plus? Ain't nothing cute about a bad attitude and a quick temper. Like it's not at all.
I do not do mean girls at all. Like the moment I feel like, oh, this what you want? Okay, cool. All right, sweetheart. I get real quiet. All right, bet. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I'm gonna slide out. Y'all be easy. I don't do that. I don't know why they think. But Nicki got a song out, and one of the lines is, "You lucky that my mean ass even like you," or something like that. And of course, you know it's buzzing on TikTok. All right, y'all keep thinking that shit cute.
That's how you get them chicks that be. Listen, I don't give a damn what Kevin Samuels said it a long ass time ago. Listen, you women that are 35 and fine as hell and single, you are damaged goods. There is something wrong with you that you were fine as hell, 35 and single. I don't care what anybody said. That man was on to something. Because the only way I see it, your partner died or you just got out of a really long relationship. If you've been single for the last 3, 4, 5 years and you 35, 36 and you fine as hell, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What you got going on?
City.
You asked me. Whoa. Oh, you think I'm fine as hell? Thank you.
But
go ahead.
No, what do you say when you see a woman that's 35 plus and she fine as hell and she's single as a motherfucker?
I know she got children.
She probably why? Like what Liam said? She want to be. Because
Man.
she, like you said, she fine. She could be with somebody. She just don't want to. And at this point, I don't care why.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, that's cool. Do your thing. You don't want to be with me? I bet. Move around so I can go talk to whoever want to be with me.
Yeah.
Maybe she just escaped being a witness to Jehovah, you know.
Yeah, he said we had great sex yesterday. Why the fuck would you wake up and go through my phone?
Because y'all
Exactly
had good sex yesterday. Nigga,
Right.
Nigga, she has claimed that D is hers.
Mhm.
What?
Apology dick.
If it was
Yeah.
trash,
You over there, you go trash. She don't give a damn if you sharing it.
Right.
Hey, you don't share a Lambo. Let me ask you a
That
question.
shit.
Hey, how many Chevy Malibus we done seen at Rent a Center? How many Lambo trucks you see out there getting rented? None.
I am your father.
Facts.
We don't share the good stuff.
It be the baby mamas looking for niggas with no kids.
Bruh,
With no kids for me.
on game.
You know what?
On game, bro.
Somebody else said this a little while ago, and I'm starting to feel this. Single people, we gotta stop dating people with kids, man. Let them people with kids go back to whoever they had kids with, because they just keep mixing and matching. Now everybody got a kid somehow. So nah, stay over there and let us single people be single with no kids, man. Y'all keep dragging, and then
Now I can't come to the birthday party.
yeah, now. And then
I'm telling you, that shit is awkward when that mixed birthday party shit.
Yeah.
That shit is awkward, dog. That
You
should
just
be
in the
awkward.
corner
dog.
with some juice, just trying not to.
Especially when you the only one in the scenario with no kid.
That's where you get all those. That's where you get all those World Star Hip Hop Chuck E. Cheese fight videos. You know.
Hell yeah.
And them things used to be lit now.
That's
Yeah,
what
Chuck E. Cheese
sell
pizza.
alcohol.
Chuck E. Cheese used to have the best pizza, dog.
That's because we didn't have developed palates. We just started.
No, as Pizza Hut make it or used to.
So
Don't ask if I got a big dick. You gonna suck whatever cock I got in stock.
That's what you gonna do? You
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
you body shaming me?
Yeah, don't
Yo, we gotta have. That's a conversation. Man, 'cause
Well, we
women
can
don't-
tell who's got a small cock with a name like Chains Wesley.
Women don't think it's body shaming when they talk about men.
No, not at all. Not at all. Height, you know, because height, we can't control height. I mean, I saw this doctor who's giving dudes like 4 inches or something like that. Like they breaking their femurs and shit. Like
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I watched a podcast about it. They break the femur and put a hydraulic in the femur. So as your leg try to grow back together, the hydraulic will kick in and kind of push it out a little bit, and then push it a little bit. The most they could do is like you said, like 3 to 4 inches.
But well, you got a nigga that's 5'5", and all of a sudden he gets this surgery and he puts on a pair of shoes and he's 5'10". I'm pretty sure those niggas is grateful.
yeah, I would be grateful, but
I wouldn't do it.
I probably can't run and jump.
True.
Like
No, I mean you gotta build it back gradually because I seen dudes jogging in the jump, but I still wouldn't do. I'm clocking in at about 5'3". If she don't like me at 5'3", she's not gonna like me at 5'7". So I'll just save my $70,000 and the months of physical therapy that I'm gonna need to recover and find somebody that like me at this height.
Heard up, we climbing trees over here.
Like, nigga, ain't about to... And then what if I get it? I know my luck, bro. I'm gonna get an infection, and now I gotta get both legs amputated. Now I'm 3'9" because I had to get my legs cut off. No, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Didn't even think of that, man.
Climbing trees. I just saw a fucking bit of a guy talking about. He's like, every BLM protest, there's a white guy in a tree going, "I'll be the lookout. You guys go."
Hey yo, that whole year or so when we were watching these BLM rallies, that's the most white people I've seen at any black event.
Yeah.
They were like barely any black people. Like Especially when
We
like
still
the
had to go
news.
to work.
The news will be there as they're setting up and they're painting the street and their signs and shit. It's all white people, like BLM. Like
I was like off topic. I've been sitting here back and forth with this game. So like Florida State is up, right? 17-24 with 1minute and 10 seconds left. They're at the 1 yard line and they're about to punch it in for the go-ahead touchdown to put this shit out of range. Nigga fumbles the ball. LSU drives this shit down the field. 1 second to go at the 3 yard line. They just fucking scored a touchdown.
wow.
Point. It's like, nigga.
Did you bet on this game?
I just don't like Florida State. I want to see Florida State lose every cost.
I'm gonna tell you, in the 90s, I was fucking with Florida State.
And they just blocked the kick.
I liked Florida State back in the day. Charlie Ward, when he at Florida State, when he ended up playing for the Knicks.
Well,
you don't know what I'm talking about. But.
What color is Florida State? Is that blue and orange, or is that? Is that University of Florida?
That's the Lizards. That's the Gators.
Because the Florida State and the Gators.
Florida State had the tomahawk chop.
Yeah, the Seminoles. Okay.
Yeah.
I visited that school, man. I wasn't gonna go. I thought I was gonna go. It was just too big. They was like classes started like 300 people. I was like, no, I ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do nothing like
that. Ain't nothing intimate about it.
Yeah.
Yo, and the last one, y'all want to do 25 to life for y'all homies, but not an 8-hour shift for your kids? It's a lot of people making them type of decisions.
It's crazy how they have tricked people into thinking it is cool to become a slave. Like the 13th Amendment abolishes slavery unless you have been taken to prison. That's why
voluntarily, like you signing up. You signing up for it.
You can't vote because slaves can't vote. You can't own a gun because slaves can't own a gun. You can't own something because slaves can't do that. You are now a slave once you become part of that system. But you think you a real one for doing that. No.
There's probably like products that they make in prison that's probably like the best craftsmanship in the world. Like,
because they're actually good at something, but the problem is dummy didn't figure it out till they got locked up.
Facts.
Bro, I seen this shit one time, bro. They was making straight up like outfits out of jail clothes.
Yeah,
I seen that dude.
Them outfits actually look fire, bro. And it was just like
tape and shit. Like,
yeah, that's the damn shame. And you know the crazy part about it is somebody will probably take that nigga shit and sell it for him. Giving him
fucking warden. Everything you make here is property of the state. Like,
all right, like I'm gonna make it and get money.
Where did you like? It took you to prison to get this desperate motivation, you know?
Like, yo, some like if you in the street heavy, sometimes like you're running around, especially when money is fast. You don't really have a time to sit down
and think,
and you high and drunk all the time. It's like once you sit in that tank for a good month and everything drains out of you and you ain't got nothing but four walls to look at, everything just start hitting you like, damn.
I know a street nigga. He got locked up, did like 7 years. He came home and we went to school together. When he came, I talked to him. I was like, hey man, what made you choose that path? Like you was always smart. Like you always had, you know what I'm saying? Like you were always smart enough or good enough to do whatever you wanted to do. You was like a jack of all trades. Like whatever you put your hands to, put your mind to, you was decent at it. So why did you do that? And he was like, at the time, I thought that was the only way to get out. I knew it was wrong, but no, you know what I'm saying? Like coming from where we come from, there's no other, for the most part, there's no other way that people really getting out and really making a lot of money or making, you know what I'm saying, like generational type wealth. So I thought I just had to do this for a time being to get my money up and go, and then, you know what I'm saying, I could leave this life behind. But he ended up getting caught up.
Yeah, but when you're so busy trying to do generational wealth, how about you do your generation a favor and stay the fuck out of prison?
That's
right.
true too. I mean, but again, when you young, you invincible. You don't think you gonna get caught up.
Meeting your father in prison and shit.
That's crazy.
Bro, I heard a story like that one time. Like nigga was like 22, and nigga was like, I didn't even know who my father was, and then it's like I ended up in prison doing a little bid, and he's like, dead ass, boom, met my father in prison.
Yeah,
like that's a cycle for the ages.
Yeah.
Yo, now Phil, I know you know who these two people are.
Ooh,
Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. Are you familiar with the scandal that's going on right now with these two fellow comedians of yours?
Not with the. I know with Aries Spears talking about Lizzo.
About Lizzo.
What did he say about her?
That
He
she's
was
bad.
saying like she's got the shape of a plate of mashed potatoes or something. And they're like, you don't look any better, man. Like,
He don't.
He doesn't.
He don't.
Does that change the fact that she still looks like a plate of mashed potatoes?
She look like a sack of unpeeled potatoes. That's what she.
Yeah. So
I don't know between them though. No.
Well,
this creepy skit that they did about the creepy uncle, like 8 years ago. I saw the skit and I was like, oh wow.
Isn't it called like From the Mind of a Pedophile or something like that?
I don't know what it was called. I just seen the video on Facebook. But yeah,
it was creepy. So
it was wild for that one.
First of all, there was nothing funny about, like, it wasn't funny at all. Like at no point was the shit funny.
It was very inappropriate. So my take was like, okay, it was very inappropriate. It was very funny. It was probably very triggering for a lot of people, right? So I'm thinking like this. That's probably why somebody said, hey, we thought this was gonna be funny, so it's not. So we're gonna can this shit, and this shit never gonna see the light of day. And then all of a sudden, 8 years later, it sees the light of day. So it's one of them things where it's just like, who leaked that video?
Oh, yeah,
I don't think that video was ever meant to crack the dawn of day.
Well, look, it was a girl that they had in the skit, and they said that the girl, I guess they didn't need her anymore, or they didn't want to use her anymore. She said she felt uncomfortable. She went home and she told her mom about it, but then her mom sent her brother, the little boy, to do a skit with them. Right. So right now the sister is the one that's bringing the lawsuit against Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. But my question is, if your daughter came home from doing something with some adults and they said they was uncomfortable, how did your son end up over there?
Okay. So the article I read, Tiffany and the lady became friends. I can't remember what the lady was doing. I think she might have also been doing stand-up or comedy or something or whatever. But Tiffany and the lady became friends. So then that's how the little girl ended up in the first skit. And the little girl, the first skit was Tiffany trying to teach the little girl how to give fellatio. There we go. Good word. So then but I think the article kind of said like the little girl didn't really explain what happened. She was just like, I don't really want to go back over there. It ain't really almost like I'm not good at the acting.
Giving
I'm not
fellatio?
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm not gonna touch that. I just don't want to act. So I guess that's how mom's like, all right, well, I guess you don't want to do it. Maybe your little brother can do it. And I didn't see the video of the little girl. I seen the video of the little boy, and that was crazy. Like, I don't even like as a man, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't want to be the creepy uncle. Like, we're not doing this.
As a skit, it wasn't funny. Like, I know
it wasn't.
Comedians like to push the buttons. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. You want to push the envelope as far as you can. And I understand that's a comedy thing, right? So I get that, because when I hear those jokes that make me go, oh, those are obviously the best jokes to me.
But it gotta be funny though.
It's gotta be funny. When you're just making a joke about child molestation and you're doing a skit about it, it's kind of like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like
so the skit itself was like, it's bad. But who leaked the skit?
Court, I don't know. Courts might have got since she got the court case. They got to come up off. If they have it, they got to come up off that. Because you put the what is the thing? What is the thing? They break into your house. Not break into your house. Is it a warrant? It's not a warrant. What's the thing they come into your house and search your stuff?
A warrant?
A warrant. Okay, a warrant. A raid warrant. There we go. Yeah, if the court grants permission for them to search a studio, they're going through the studio and they're going to find, if you haven't destroyed it, they're going to find it.
Mm-hmm.
And they found it, and now it's up for y'all, man.
But I see people in the comments trying to separate Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, like he was the mastermind of this. She was just an actress. She ain't know what she was doing. She ain't know what was going on.
How you know? Nah. How you know what she knew? You gonna tell what she knew? Nigga, you don't know.
She's got more pull than him.
Now.
But then this was like 8 to 10 years ago, so he was definitely the bigger star of the two.
I mean, it's like you were saying, like in comedy, there's a reason why that shit is shelved.
Yeah.
Like, because I was just listening to a podcast about Louis C.K. is coming out again.
Right.
Okay.
And I think he's the GOAT in my world. He's the one who influenced me the most. And they were talking about how he was pissed when he started. You know how we were talking about you gotta start at the bottom. When he started coming out, he was doing these small clubs to just see if he still got it after all the shit he went through. And people were leaking that shit on YouTube. And he had a joke about Sandy Hook that people got pissed about. Because I still think it's funny, but there's a reason why he didn't want people to know he's coming out. It was some joke about how like Sandy Hook wasn't a tragedy because it happened. It was a tragedy because fat kids could have been considered heroes because everybody would have used them as body shields or something. Like it was something like. But he's working shit out. It was like it was not a. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the problem with social media. Everybody's so quick to whip that phone out, and like you said, I don't have time to work through. Because as a comedian, stuff be sounding funny in your head. It's not till it hits the air. It's like, you know what, man, that might not have been it. But now it's too late now because the people in the room heard it, and now because these phones, people in all the rooms heard it.
Yeah, man. That's the number one rule. It's got to be funny, and I don't know who thought that was funny.
Yeah.
There was nothing about that skit that was funny.
That little boy was in his underwear the whole time, and like had his legs spread up. Like, no, that's not.
I was like, what the fuck is this? But I'm gonna say this, right?
Wait, so you saying these kids was there without their parent, no guardian?
Because she trusted Tiffany.
Right.
Her and Tiffany had the bond. She ain't know Aries. She was like, all right, but Tiffany gonna look out for my kids and make sure my kids is okay. And in the skit with the little boy, the whole skit was Tiffany left the little boy with Aries.
You're right. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. The skit was inappropriate. It was definitely cringeworthy watching, right? So that right there was probably why it got shelved. But like, if you're trying to push this narrative, right? What I will not do is stand for the narrative. Like all of a sudden, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are like child molesters. They did a bad skit. It was wrong. It was creepy. But you're not about to try to push this narrative that like they're on some R. Kelly shit. Like no,
right?
I mean, they was playing R. Kelly in the background. So. They was playing the Kells in the background,
and they had pudding pops in the freezer.
Yeah, just straight. I don't see nothing wrong. I was like, man, y'all just landing on thick with this one, huh?
You put the Jello in the pudding.
Yeah, man.
The way you're describing it reminds me of that Different Strokes episode. That's cringe as fuck. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel like I do.
They visit like some pedophile, and he just keeps trying to give him wine, until
The
both of them got
older kid,
But
Willis.
both Willis and Gary Coleman, and they end up at this guy's house, and they got their shirts off drinking wine, and I'm just
Damn.
like, that's what all of this sounds like. Like,
That's crazy. You know,
Man.
quiet as it's kept, Donald Glover has a video about that on YouTube. It's this old comedy group he used to be with called Derek Comedy, and it's a song. It's called, I think it's called Boy Band. So the premise of the song is supposed to be these young boys who are being molested by their manager. So the song is like, you'll be my
B2K, right?
yeah. You're my unregistered sex offender. I know how to keep her secret well. And so the whole lyric, the whole song is them singing about how they doing this, that, and the third. They ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm gonna keep it quiet and blah blah blah, yada yada. And it's like, but I think the difference with that is they were adults when they shot it, and the song was about them, not in real life, but like the characters that they played. So what they didn't have like
They didn't have
actual
no kids
children.
in there.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, I think the other problem is that, like, again, like Brian said, it's a bunch of adults in the video, so you can be like, it was a bad song, but you know, it wasn't no children harmed.
Right, yeah, like no children are being harmed. Like y'all was wild as hell for having this 8-year-old boy in his
You gotta get
drawers.
an animal disclaimer at the beginning of the skit. Like no children have been harmed in the making of this.
Yeah.
That kid was harmed. He looked uncomfortable in the joint, man.
Like I said, it was a bad video. It was a bad video. It was bad taste. It was bad.
you know, I'm almost starting to feel bad for both Tiffany and Aries, because, like, I mean, I was reading this book about how critique works, and how there's people who are creators, then there's people who admire the creator's work, but then there's a third group of people who are failed creators, so they just critique the successful ones. And whoever is releasing this video is a failed fucking comedian trying to
court. That's
it's the court.
Yeah, because the girl is the one who brought it back up. She's the one who's taking them to court. That's how all this came to light.
Again, this is the same thing I always say. It's like, well, why did you wait 8 years to bring this shit back up?
Yeah,
and honestly,
She was a
Tiffany,
kid.
She was asking for like $15,000 some shit.
You know, this is like the Nirvana album cover. You hear about what happened to that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about that baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see that guy. He tries to sue, saying that they expose him, but he also has events where he signs the album cover and shit.
Yep. And he's suing for child pornography, when it's like, it's a baby in water, you know, like.
Right.
Yeah, but his joint was out. but to his defense, right? Like even in diaper commercials, right? And the baby be crawling across fucking pillows with the ass out. Like they didn't.
It's not full frontal.
They didn't consent to it though.
So that's. I don't feel like that's a company.
They're also not a multi-million-dollar band, is what it. You know.
I think if you're gonna sue somebody, you should sue your parents, because those are your guardians and they put you in that situation.
I just think that it's the same motel, as it always is. It's just like the whole George Foreman thing not too long ago. Like, you try to rope my man up about, you know what I'm saying, some molesting some girls back in like 1977 or some shit, almost 45 years ago, right? And at first I was like, who the fuck trying to get money from George Foreman? And then I looked up the nigga's net worth, and it's $300 million. So it's like,
So a lot of grills, baby.
I see why you trying to get that money from that man. Okay.
I feel bad for that girl that we're talking about right now, because I just looked up Aries Speed's net worth, and it's fucking $4 million. That's nothing.
That's why she only asked for $15K. She knew what it was.
Like, yeah, he probably got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiffany got a few dollars.
I just feel like it's always a plea. Like, I feel like this, right? If you are in a place where you've been you know, mishandled sexually, and the first thing you ask for is money, I'm gonna always think there's some bullshit.
Yeah, that's weird to
It's
me.
like I don't want to. You know, I felt like I did this, and I want to see him brought to justice and thrown in jail. You have a lot more sympathy from me than it's like, oh, I was molested and I want 20 million in damages.
Yeah.
So
Because I'm still damaged, whether you go to jail or not. You need to pay for what you did to me. I want to see both. You go to jail and run me my check.
Well, hold on now. It depends, because if I get fondled by an ugly bitch and she gives me $20 million, you know what? I might just be able to move somewhere where I don't have to see you. So I'm gonna be okay with that.
That's different. If an ugly chick, that's different. You could cope with that. But if Ari Spears touching on your childlike body, then
no, right, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug. I mean, B, you right. You nigga, you gotta go to jail.
Yeah, you can't go to jail, big dog.
They call him the gooey raccoon.
That's filthy.
Hey, I need you on the same block with it's R. Kelly, bro. You gotta go to jail.
Man. He really rubbed baby oil on that little boy back, man.
If Ari Spears was on the same block as R. Kelly, that's an entertaining ass prison block. The talent show is lit.
The thing is, they're gonna make them though. Like
they're gonna be
dance.
Yes. Then some dude, he was on the phone with like somebody from home, and he had R. Kelly singing on the phone for him.
You gotta sing to survive, boy. You
He said, use your throat or use your throat.
You used to little girls and try to grow men for size.
Nah, didn't they say it was a boy that was from McDonald's or some shit?
Yeah, it's some he did some little boy too. I don't know. They saying a lot of stuff right now.
And he's going under the jail.
Let's go ahead and call it a day, buddy.
Hey, but you know what? Before we go, I just want to say this, bruh. It's a lot of people out here that's still mad at my boy Will Smith for slapping a grown ass man, but y'all still out here bumping R. Kelly. That shit's weird to me. Just throwing that out there.
That's very weird.
It's like damn, Will Smith slapped. Like Chris Rock can't even make the situation more exaggeration because we all seen it in public. You know what I'm saying? You can't even like the nigga beat you up. The nigga slapped you on the fucking Grammys, bro. Or the Oscars, my nigga. You can't lie and say what happened. R. Kelly was having relations with underage women. It's like, if we gonna cancel anybody, Kells, not Will Smith. Get that man his movies back. Get that man his show back. He did his time. I'm good. After that little last joke Chris Rock made too, I'm good.
So apparently the Oscars reached out like, hey man, we sorry about everything that happened. Do you want to host the Oscars again next year? He was like, nah. That's like Nicole Kidman going back to the restaurant where she left her. Not Nicole Kidman, Nicole Simpson going back to the restaurant where she left her glasses at. See, that's how you got slapped the first time. That's how you got slapped the first time.
Listen, I literally understand now why Will Smith put his hand. At first, I was like, Will Smith.
He seemed like a person that you might want to slap.
Bruh, it's like, Chris, it's like, Will, you a simp. You let Jada brainwash you. But not after all this, almost a year later, I'm starting to be like, you know what? I kind of see why this man put his hands in you.
That's why everybody was condoling Will. I was like, hey man, I've been wanting to smack that ball.
He's a comedian.
He is. That don't mean you don't want to slap him. I'm sure somebody want to slap me over a joke.
Yeah, but Chris Rock seemed like the type of nigga, not like he seemed like the type of nigga that want to make jokes. Like he'll talk about you, he'll roast you to the guys. And then when you be like, all right, bro, you got me, that's enough, and he keep going. And then when you put hands on him, you know what I'm saying? Why you put hands on me? It's a joke.
He seemed like the type of person that still be making jokes while you whooping his ass.
Like he just can't stop.
Yeah.
That's what I did when I got my ass whooped. I got my head split open while I was making
jokes. Yeah, you by your neighbor, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Fucking 3 years of court.
God. Yo, man. Great show, fellas. NEMPATHY Show. Make sure you follow us at NEMPATHY Show on all your social media platforms, NEMPATHYShow.com. Like, subscribe, share, do all of that stuff. Yo, Jody.
I am your father.
Oh man. Hey, you want to follow me? Right there, down, right here, right there, right
There you go.
Get at me. Instagram, Facebook, get at me. Right there.
And what's you got podcasts, right?
Oh yes. So come check me out Wednesday nights on the Unhinged podcast and Saturdays with my family barbecue. 9 o'clock on Saturdays, 9 o'clock a.m. on Saturdays, 8 o'clock p.m. on Wednesdays. Come check out Boone. He's a chat room bully sometimes.
Yo. Bags. Yo, Wild Phil. Where you gonna be on stage next?
Cool. I got right here. Right here. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right here. Wild Philosophy on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. I just released. So when I was talking about earlier about I've been real busy lately. I've been going to comedy classes. They fucking help a lot. And I got a whole I mean it's a 4-minute polished set that I just released today on YouTube. That I performed in front of 100 people. I fucking almost had a stroke on stage. I never been in front of that many people, but it was good. And in a few weeks, I'm gonna also be releasing my my podcast where I interview people. I'm gonna have all types of people from all different walks of life, guys that I had jujitsu with, cops, firefighters, people off the streets of Chicago. I just it's starting to get going. It's good.
Nice.
And right now I got all of the because I know some people, you know, they're at work, they're not going to watch YouTube, but all the crazy stories I got about my life that I had on my YouTube show are on Spotify right now because the podcast is already up.
Okay.
All right.
All right. My man Brian be knowing.
Don't you know no good?
Follow me at Brian Be Knowing on social media platforms. This Tuesday, I set it on the schedule. We got a time. Re-recorded, baby. Brian Be Knowing podcast coming soon. Don't why you make that face? You cut me off.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Almighty.
Ace.
Hold on, you got a podcast, B?
Yeah, we about to put it together, man. I had to set a time. I kept saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm off this day." I didn't set a concrete time. Now I have a concrete time that I'm going to record. I'm trying to knock out a few episodes. We're gonna do a pre-recorded, so I'm trying to knock out a few episodes. Give me a few weeks of leeway so we can, you know, go from there.
What's up? You need a guest?
Not yet. I'm gonna figure out how to work the guesting on the joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you already know. Get at me, bro. I got you.
Yes, sir, my man.
Yes. Yo, follow me at SONICBOONETV every Sunday right here, NEMPATHY Show. You also might find me. You know, Doug goes live on his Instagram. You know, me and Joey been doing that lately. You know, because there's a current events that we can't wait a whole week to talk about.
Doug, and we had Doug hot with them child support. We had Doug hot with that child support, but Doug was a hot. I was like, I was desperately looking up Jeff Bezos' child support. I knew it was some outrageous shit. And I was like, I know Doug's gonna flip out his fucking seat when he finds out Doug Bezos' wife is getting $1.7 million a month in child support.
Per child.
Ooh, cheaper to keep him.
Yeah, he got it.
Really though? But the crazy part about it, he got it though. The crazy part is, listen, we hear that number and we're just like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's astronomical to us.
Jeff Bezos, this nigga's like, listen, matter of fact, when they did the divorce, she asked for like 200 mil. This nigga was like, bitch, take this 385.
Take the half. Yeah, take the half.
Take this 385 mil. Don't ask me for another penny. I'm gonna give you 1.7 till the kids are grown. Leave me the hell alone.
Leave me alone. Yeah.
And then his money doubled.
Yeah. Pandemic hit and he made it all back.
The pandemic hit and he made it all back. So but listen though, I want to be the science teacher that started fucking his wife after they got a divorce. That's who I aspire to be.
Facts.
That sounds like a dangerous position, man.
Yeah, we up out of here. NEMPATHY Show. Peace.